I just got out of my comfiness spot before sleep because I have a question on my mind and I kind of hoping to wake up to an answer tomorrow. This is to death doulas, if I'm saying it right. That's how I've heard it pronounced. I've seen a couple videos here and there. Recently found out a couple people I know are also death doulas. But hopefully this reaches that side just so I can get at least a answer. Ow, ow, ow. So, ironically enough, I'm a Scorpio. And a medium, and then some. But besides all that, mind you, it's not so often with people. Very rarely it's people. But is there such a thing with death doulas, but specifically with animals and sometimes insects, depending on the insect we're talking about? Because I've had more, based on the videos I've seen and what I've heard, I technically have had more situations with death doulas as in the aspect of animals. So I don't know if that is associated or a completely different association. Like my more recent one, which you probably wouldn't think, but it hurt me because I took it personally. It was a month and a half ago, give or take, at least. It was August. I was coming home from work. I see this monarch on the side of the road, and I'm sitting here and it thought it was dead, and I was kind of sad, and then as I keep going, I realized it moved. I'm like, oh my god, and I stopped. I literally screeched on my scooter. First time I've ever heard that. I walk back, and it's an injured monarch. Okay, they're also endangered. So I was like, no, I love them. So I was trying to find a nice spot in the ditch on the side of the road where I'm at, trying to find a nice plant to set it on with flowers and stuff like that. I couldn't find a good one that wasn't being taken up by something else like a bee or whatever other insects. I wanted it to have its own space. Was not working, and I had multiple cars going by wondering what the hell I was doing. I'm like, I'm trying to give this monarch some peace of mind. As I'm doing that, I realized this monarch lost a leg and was not doing too well. So I made the unconsciously decision on a very hot day, after being extremely tired after 8.5-hour shift, I ended up walking home. One hand with a monarch, my other hand had my scooter. Walking back home. I was already halfway there, but I was exhausted as it was. I'm like, this is worth it. And it was crawling all over my hand, but it was trying to fly. At one point it tried to fly, and I'm like, don't do that, because I almost lost you again. Because I did drop it at one point, but I grabbed it again. Gently, of course. And closer I'm getting home, I could tell it was not doing well. It had been hit by a car at some point, and I'm like, oh no. So I'm like, I'll bring it home. I'll find something to put it on that's nice. Hopefully away from other bugs of the nature and birds, especially birds. And finally got home and went out to the front of the house, found a small patch of clovers, which is very soft, because I couldn't really find flowers at that point. We didn't really have any at that moment, so I put it on some clovers and I let it pass. Whenever that happened after I left it, and I'm like, this is the best piece I can give you for now. I'm sorry, but that's my latest example. I have a whole list of never-ending ones. So, of course, there were other things associated, but spiritual-wise, completely different. But that's just my normal human interaction conversation kind of example. So, is one of those things. So I don't know if there's a different variation of a death doula with animals, not including the butterfly, or if it's still in the same category, if you know what I'm talking about. Just trying to get some ideas, because I didn't know death doula was a thing until TikTok. Thank you, TikTok, for education and information I did not know, because it makes a lot more sense now. A lot more. So, any advice or any answer would be lovely, please.